schedule. Let's get her going.
All right, he's back just in time. Perfect. All right, so we got RK Yaddas over in the blue, SLiCK Gaming in the orange. Kind of works really well with their logo there. So we were talking about the teams earlier. We didn't really make our predictions. Who do you think is taking this one?
Oh man, I'm going to go ahead and have to go with Yaddas all the way. And just to be honest, just off that first just off of their first offensive play, and being able to maintain this offensive pressure on the orange side of the field for the past 20 seconds shows that they have already, they're warm, they're ready to go. That's not even looking at stats. That's just looking at the first 30 seconds of gameplay. What about you?
Just looking at stats, I mean, I haven't really seen these two play. I did play against the RK Yaddas, as I was saying earlier in the stream. I played them the other day in a scrim. I'm trying out with teams and stuff like that, and they played really, really well. I was very impressed. However, I think that they're going to be able to take this one. An undefeated season, you got a lot moving your way. However, we did see one of those top teams go down last night. The sweep came out from Ball So Hard University, so it kind of has me scratching my head, but I think the Yaddas are going to be able to take this one. It's not going to be easy, as we see so far. We're a minute in, and we're seeing some really good defense coming out, but I think it's going to be the Yaddas.
So let's see if the caster's curse goes against us.
We'll see. It did last night.
Because last night with the team that was swept on was both of our predictions. A shot coming in from Calm, Gumby with a save on the goal line, continuing to play downfield. That's open territory, and oh my goodness, Bunny Sensei almost able to make contact putting it in, but that's back in possession of Calm.
Lucky trying to cut in, will be able to put it off the back wall. Sensei trying to get up there. He will be able to push it off to the side. But now here is Lucky, a soft touch. It's a floater off the crossbar. And Gumby looking for the clear. Jaso getting in there. Gumby wins that 50 in beautiful fashion. Gets the first goal of the game.
What a great play by Gumby here to follow up on his own touch on Calm. He noticed that Calm was going to go for it there, or at least assumed he was, but saw the other defender come in for the 50. Calm couldn't get back in time, taking advantage of that off-ceiling bounce, hard down, up 1-0.
All right, so 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. Calm looking to swing it in. Yeah, the transition was slow. Cookies, for some reason, my transition takes like 2 or 3 uses to finally get comfortable. I don't know what it is. It's usually a little slow on the uptake. It's going to be a shot opportunity. Lucky in a really awkward spot. He got lucky there, though, as Bunny Sensei saving it off the crossbar. And now Calm looking to move downfield.
Gumby catching on that sidewall. First of all, I just want to say, what a pun. What a beautiful play on words. How Lucky gets lucky with the save. Had me rolling over laughing. You know what also has me rolling on the floor laughing is Drunk Cookies saying unfollow from a Coyote919 in the chat. The hatred is real. Indie Gaming League, hey, Indie Gaming League is a community about fun, togethership, fellowship, friends, and support from your fellow streamers. And for some reason here recently, people have been taking a hate against me, but Jasso is putting in the first shot for the boys on SLiCK Gaming.
A really good play here. Nice move by Calm to go for the bump, and it's enough to be able to distract the defender there. So SLiCK Gaming tying it up just past the halfway point of game number 1. And if you tuned in last night, this was a familiar sight. 1-1 halfway through the game. We went to 3 overtimes last night, and all 3 won by Ball So Hard University. We might have a case here, as defense has been the name of the game so far through the first 3 minutes. Bunny Sensei pops it up here for the Goose. The Goose is loose as he passes it to Gumby. Gumby's going to stretch for that one and is unable to get the shot on target, so Lucky will take the ball.
Takes it for a second, but Goose comes in with that touch off the back bottom corner. Great play from him, keeping the ball alive in the orange side of the field. And Gumby rotating back into first position. Good move by his part, and a good read off the wall. Nobody there for the boys on RK to put in another chance to... Oh, RK Yaddas, excuse me, guys. I am very ignorant. Roadkill, I actually just casted their game last night.
So you literally just had them on stream.
I'm like, these guys look familiar, but I don't remember. And then, yeah, so these guys are very familiar. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and still solidify my, with RK Yaddas, definitely be my prediction. They played an excellent series last night, ended up taking home the championship for Division 7.
Although right now, 1-1, we're down to a minute to go, and it's anybody's game. Calm tries to clear it out. Goose is putting it up at the upper corner. Team pinch opportunity. Calm, if he can get a good touch, could get it over Gumby, but unfortunately not enough power. Lucky coming in, corner pass. Now it's going to be Gumby taking the ball downfield, and we're seeing a lot of just quick attacks, and then the ball comes back the other direction. Nobody's really taking time to get control of it. We're not seeing as much of possession play as we are seeing just trying to use speed to outplay the others. A good passing opportunity, though. Gumby to Bunny gets cleared out. A huge boom, as it looks like we're going to see another offensive opportunity from the Yaddas.
You know, that's one thing. If you take a look at every offensive play that's been happened tonight versus the 2 goals that have gone in, the 2 goals that have gone in have gone straight down the middle. They've either been infield passing or taking advantage of defensive positioning, mispositioning, I should say. This passing into the corner play not working well for both teams. Both teams' defense too strong. I do believe an infield pass or a solo play down the field, just catching a defender off guard, will be the reason for the win. Goose and Goose right there almost proving me right.
A good save by, I don't know if it's Jasso or Jaso. If anybody knows, please let us know. I guess we're going to go with both pronunciations. But yeah, as you were saying, it's really the infield plays that have worked so far. It's something that once you get to this level, the corner plays start to become less and less effective, and you see them still going for the corners. But a good opportunity here as Calm goes back wall, a good dunk, dropping right in front of the net, but Jaso can't get that read off of Gumby.
Good positioning there from Gumby to get that right down from the waterfall. Oh, I hate using that term, but goodness, it's exactly what it is. It's a waterfall. I feel like that's the #1 most hated comment from casters.
Who is that? Here comes the hates waterfall.
That word.
There's one of the casters that has come out and outright said they despise that term. What a save by Lucky. Diving in at the last second to make that save. It's 1 minute into OT. Jason takes a shot. Gumby bombing it right back where it came from. And it's going to be off the back wall. Calm into the corner to at least buy some time for his team. Goose with the miss to 1v1. He beats Bunny. Bunny puts it off the back wall and nobody makes a touch. Gumby thankfully beats Jason to the ball and gets them out of trouble.
That was a really close play there. You know, if Jason had been able to get up and just a little bit quicker to that ball, he would have had a free opportunity. Placement-wise, it looked like that was going straight to the upper right corner. The only defender was in the bottom left. I really am surprised that he was that ball was cleared out as well as it was there by RK Yaddas. There's another shot coming in, but Jaso able to get another defensive save. Good defensive plays from this man all around tonight.
Oh, Bunny has an opportunity. A great pass to Gumby leads to the goal, and they're going to get the Game 1 win. To the Yaddas, moving on 1-0 in the series. A great passing play, upper corner. And SLiCK Gaming, hard fought there, unfortunately, cannot hold on.
See what happens when you don't take the ball into the corner, guys. It really does make a huge difference. It just even slight passes off the back wall, tier 3 and up. It really, to be honest, even in tier 4, tier 5, as low as you go, the more you play the ball off of the back wall or play the ball in midfield, the higher chance you have of being able to capitalize on a goal anytime. And that's what we saw there from RK Yaddas throughout that game. Both goals done by Gumby there.
Absolutely, yeah. And one thing I want to kind of take note of, so if we look at the stats, pretty balanced across the board here. 5 saves for the Yaddas, 8 for the SLiCK Gaming. So they did face a little bit more pressure. But the one thing that I liked from the Yaddas that we didn't see as much from SLiCK was the passing plays trying to get out of the defensive zone. There were so many opportunities where you'd see the Yaddas try and find somebody along the sidewall or something like that and bomb it across, and they'd be able to counterattack so quickly because they get the passing plays going, and it works so efficiently. That's something you definitely want to look for, to be able to rotate out of your zone. You get to be able to move that speed and take some momentum upfield and kind of catch them on the back wheels, per se.
You know, SLiCK Gaming really does come out in this in game 2 with a little bit more defensive control. And what I mean by that is whenever, of course, someone's clearing the ball, it's really easy to be able to slap out, just slap out the ball hard as you can, nail it downfield, just because you have the opportunity to. But you have to really, as you get to this tier and especially higher tiers, it's really important that you take a look at the field. You got to see where the new defenders or incoming attackers are, and decide, is this a good passing opportunity, or is this better for me to possess this ball so I don't just give it right back? Because otherwise the clear was pointless. You just gave possession immediately back to a team who had strong possession, and now they get another chance.
Yeah, awareness is definitely something that becomes very important at this level, and we'll see if that starts to become something that starts to really take precedence throughout this game. Again, we just keep seeing the ball just get bombed back and forth, but looks like the Yaddas trying to take some control here. It's Bunny Sensei taking the dribble play, goes back to Goose there, has an opportunity to put it on the back wall. It's not going to drop down to him, though, as Gumby comes in. Bounce shot, and Lucky will put it towards the corner. It looks like Jason pops it up, but not a good touch as Goose is right there. Calm takes that 50. Gumby going to fake it as he is that last man back. Calm looking to take control.
Smart move there by Gumby to realize that he was a third man and not just challenge that ball as he already saw the attacker up, regardless if he missed the ball or not. When you see yourself in that kind of position, it's so important to be able to be realized, okay, consciously, I'm the last man. If this ball goes past me, the chances of a goal happening is so severe. And that's one reason the RK Yaddas have done so well throughout the season. They're able to do that and able to make those kind of decisions on all three players, Goose, Bunny, and Gumby, all three. I think that's going to be a secret to their success tonight.
So hopefully an opportunity here for Bunny. He is able to connect, and not sure what happened on the defensive front there. They were playing really well from SLiCK, and then all of a sudden we just see them collapse. A good touch by Bunny, and I see the issue. Whoever that last man was, I missed who it was, but he was diving across the net, didn't even hit the brakes.
Oof.
So a little bit of double commit there, unfortunately. Got to swing into the far post towards the goal line to be able to make that stop. So SLiCK Gaming down 1-0 early here. Still plenty of time, though, as it's only 3 minutes left on the clock.
Goose is taking this downfield solo play-in, 0 boost plays. Love to see this. This is one of my favorite offensive plays in Rocket League. When you see somebody with 0 boost challenging down the field and taking on 50 after 50 or over flicking players, it just creates such an opening. It gets defenses stressed out. It makes all players on the defense kind of freak out because you don't know if this person has boost and is just hiding it until they need it, or if it's a legitimate 0 boost situation. Very difficult to read, very difficult to challenge, especially at the higher levels.
Absolutely, yeah, you never know if somebody's playing that mind game. We've got Gumby waiting for it, hits it off the side wall, is going to try and go once more, looks for that bottom corner, Calm puts it off the crossbar, Jason will be able to get a touch, and now Lucky clearing it out. But right now, it just feels like it is all RK Yaddas, as we have barely left the orange box. A good bomb downfield, Lucky going to try and connect, is unable to do anything, and so it's going to be Goose's ball.
Yeah, that was the first. Speaking of first time leaving the orange box, you're 100% right. That it felt like for the past 3 minutes we were just watching RK take shots on the offensive net or on the defensive net from the boys on SLiCK. And even just looking at the stat board, I mean, you've got 5 shots to 0 shots right now. The boys on SLiCK Gaming haven't even had a chance besides that first shot coming out from Josso there. I enjoyed high offensive pressure situations, and the boys on RK are bringing the heat now. Only 1 minute and 30 seconds they have to survive, to continue on and gain game number 2 in the books.
It is kind of weird, though. We've had some very low-scoring games so far. I think last night the highest was, 3 goals?
It was.
So we had 2-2-1 victories and then a 1-0 win. And right now, the same situation. Only 3 goals scored in the last game. Only 1 scored here so far. We're getting into that last minute. RK Yaddas looking to get back in control, but we got a rule 1, so we switched to a 2v2. Jason, can he stretch it out? He can, and he saves it on the bottom corner.
What an absolute monster of a save. No one your last man back, but Bunny taking the final shot. He's got an opportunity to tap it in. He does. Second goal.
Unfortunate there. Yeah, runs out of boost, but positioning, the issue is Calm. Waited just a bit too long. He gave Bunny that time to be able to jump in there. Plus respect, though, for the Rule 1. But unfortunate that it looks like SLiCK is going to go down 2-0 on the series.
As far as now, unless they're able to turn something around right here, right now, maybe this could be it. The double commit coming out of defense. Oh, no, but that ball's going to continue back downfield. And Bunny Sensei taking the long shot from the midfield, goes back to Gumby. Gumby keeping the offensive pressure up. I love to see it. Offensive high. If you are a team that has success with high-pressure offensive plays, do not change yourself. Be who you can be, because most of the time against even heavy defensive teams, you will eventually wear them down, and that's what RK is proving to us tonight.
Although we're seeing some offense come out here. Good ceiling shot there from Calm. Unfortunate, though, the Bunny Sensei is right there to make that save. So it looks like that is going to be enough to hold on to the lead. It's going to be a 2-0 series lead for the Yaddas, the undefeated #1 seed in the Tier 3 Tournament of Champions. They move on to Game 3, and they're looking for the sweep. I hit the wrong button there. There we go.
They definitely are looking for the sweep, and that's exactly what we were seeing there. I mean, just an unbelievable display of mechanical skill coming out of RK Yaddas, and the lack of offensive pressure from SLiCK Gaming has me kind of worried for. I mean, that doesn't have me kind of worried. Has me completely worried. The shot differential there, 2 shots from SLiCK Gaming versus the 9 from RK. They've really got to change up. What do you think that they need to do on SLiCK Gaming from what we've been seeing? Is it a matter of comms? Is it a matter of confidence? What do you believe?
I think the biggest thing is probably confidence, because after that last game, they played very well in Game 1. They kept toe-to-toe with Yaddas, but then Yaddas just kicked it into another gear here. I don't know what they did in between Game 1 and Game 2, but whatever they talked about worked incredibly well. SLiCK Gaming, I don't think, was ready for the amount of speed that the Yaddas were going to come out with, and that's a big thing. They need to really pick up their pace if they're going to be able to keep up with this team, because we saw so many times they just got pinned in their own box. They weren't even pinned in their own zone. They were pinned inside that box right in front of the net. They couldn't get out. Anytime they cleared it, it came right back. So I think that's the big thing. It looks like the lobby crashed.
Yay! We're back to normal Rocket League.
But as I was saying, if they need to pick up the pace, I think if the rotations pick up, they played very well. I think that they can be able to force a Game 4, but that's the big thing. They need to get those rotations moving. There we go. We're back in the lobby.
There we are.
Let's see if they get in here.
I know I'm really impressed by both teams, to be honest. Even with SLiCK, SLiCK hasn't won a game in the series yet, but you can't count them out. SLiCK Gaming, like I was saying earlier, I had the pleasure of casting their game. I believe it was Wednesday or Thursday of this past week. They were playing for the championship game, or regardless, they did incredibly well throughout the regular season. I mean, they really did. To come into the playoffs with such a low record and such a low seed, to be able to make it all the way up into the very final game, win or loss, is you did something right. We'll see if they can get that chemistry together here, even though the whole point of the Tournament of Champions is finding the best of the entire tier. I believe SLiCK Gaming still has a chance to be able to come back and make this into hopefully a reverse sweep, best of 5, or bring this into the full Game 5. But we'll find out here shortly as all players jumping down on the field now.
Yeah, they definitely aren't out of it yet. It takes 3 to win the series. So right now the Yaddas are in the advantage, but can they pull off the victory? They've got one more game to go. SLiCK Gaming has not gone down easy because they played phenomenal defense through games 1 and 2, but defense in Rocket League doesn't necessarily win championships, as Goose trying to put on the offensive display can't get it in. And thank you real quick, Corfrey and Zabar, for the follows. Greatly appreciate it. And it looks like an opportunity from Gumby gets sent away. Now Jaso to transition into offense.
Goose is loose off the back wall, putting one more up. Bunny Sensei trying to get the shot on target, but that's going to be interfered by Gumby. Good interference there. He knew he wasn't going to be able to make too much of a play on the ball, but just keeping the ball off target is an important aspect. But the back pass there does not go as planned. Is now Jaso having to rotate all the way back and just to get boost, and Bunny Sensei winning the challenge. This one could be an incoming shot from Gumby, saved by the double commit in the air, and Jaso putting it to safety.
Right now, it feels like the Goose is definitely loose. He is playing true to his name. We have seen him all over the field in the first minute. Gumby tries to pass to him. He looks for the redirect. Can't make contact, though. Jaso will clear it off to the corner. And we're seeing very similar setup to game number 2, where everything is being blocked here by RK Yaddas. Nothing really getting out of this orange zone, except right there, because Goose is loose. Cleared it out. Back wall. It's going to be sent into the corner by Gumby.
What? I will tell you right now, that was a really intense play. We were almost watching SLiCK Gaming come out right there and put on some offensive show for us. Goose is loose, though, going for the dish, unable to get it. Jaso recovering in the net. What a save by Calm. I don't even believe he was actually, I can't even tell you if he was intentionally reading that ball or just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Regardless, though, as a caster, we always got to assume that was 100% calculated play, always.
Oh, of course, it's always calculated. Doesn't matter what, it's always calculated.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
the own
bombed
goals,
downfield, though.
calculated. That's it. That's anything you do in Rocket League, calculated. Oh.
And a nice little drop by Gumby gives us the first goal. And we have seen the Yaddas get the first goal in each game so far. 1-0, 3:06 on the clock. Still not bad for the SLiCK Gaming. However, one of the few opportunities that they've had on offense in the first 2 minutes was started by the Yaddas. And a quick shot off the kickoff. Bunny Sensei trying to close this one out, making it 2-0.
What a good read from Bunny off that kickoff. You hate to see it, but you see it so often that you start to love it. What a grid play by Bunny. Reading off the sidewall. Perfect placement, middle of the net.
All right, so 3:01, and that door starting to close here for the SLiCK Gaming's chance at game number 4. They still have plenty of time to come back, but we have not seen a lot of scoring in this one. Goose passing it up the bottom corner. Jaso will be able to send it right back, but Goose right there for it. Gumby's going to wait, decides to hold off. Jaso out of boost, though, gives it right over to Sensei. Bunny looking for the double, gets the triple, but he can't get underneath, and Gumby, wide open net, is unable to put it on target, and now Lucky pops it up for Jaso. Jaso over top of him. And it looks like it's going to be cleared into the corner. A little bit of confusion coming out, though, as Lucky pops the ball up.
Calm taking this on the sidewall. He still wants to maintain that offensive pressure, but it keeps being taken away, just robbed from him as Gumby almost puts in one monster shot, but Bunny Sensei comes in and does what his two teammates couldn't do and puts one away, puts the third away for the boys in blue.
And it just feels like SLiCK Gaming, as we go further and further in this game, they just are getting more and more frazzled. They played so well through games 1 and 2, and then this one just seems to be they're trying to scramble to find something that'll work, and it's just not happening. As we see a pass downfield to Gumby, and the pressure just keeps building, 4-0 with 2:08 on the clock.
What a great read from Gumby. Good pass downfield. Goose saw Gumby cheating down, saw him wide open. Great shot from Gumby to put that accurately in the net, but also just what a fantastic pass.
So it's all but done at this point. There is still that chance. There's a glimmer of hope. Can we see something come out, though, from SLiCK Gaming? They've got to start it soon. Lucky, the big pass across, but nobody is there. So he's going to pick up some boost, loses the race to Gumby, and drops straight down as Goose trying to get in there, but is unable to make contact. Bunny off the side wall is going to control it, has boost, air dribbling it, gets it over one, but Jaso makes that stop.
That dope. Now, the more I start to watch the series, the more I start to see the just the little tiny issues that I would if I was coaching a team, which I am not because I'm not good enough, nor should I ever. If anyone ever asked me to coach them to do anything, I will say no. That's usually my response, exactly that. But when you start looking at this coming from the defensive side of SLiCK Gaming, one thing I'm noticing is that most of their saves, they send two people up. It's the lack of, and it's not a. And a lot of times when you see two people up who are right next to each other, it's not normally, especially for a championship caliber team such as SLiCK Gaming, a communication error. It normally resolves into a trust error. And it's hard to do so at tier 3, and I completely understandable at champ 1, champ 2 level, but in order to get up into those higher tiers, you're going to have to start trusting more. Gumby throws in, gets the hat trick for himself off the pass from Bunny Sensei, 5-0.
Yeah, and the big thing with the trust issues is once you get into champ 1, champ 2, that's where you're really starting to build the consistency, so you're expecting at that point people to make those stops, but at the same time you don't quite believe they can, so you think you can do it better. I mean, I've had that happen so many times in matches myself, whether it's playing with random people while I solo queue, or what a save by the post, by the way. Can we just mention that? Gumby though makes that bomb of a shot, 6-0, and I think it is all but over. 38 seconds left on the clock. I know I said it with 2 minutes to go, but holy cow, they just keep going.
They do, and you almost, and part of your heart kind of goes out for the boys on SLiCK Gaming. They come in here and they try really hard. They're just having time. They're just having trouble getting this offensive pressure to be able to relieve themselves from it. It's just consistent coming from RK, I mean, the offensive pressure I love to say the offensive pressure they're having to receive right now, I believe anybody from any tier would be struggling right now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's hard pressure. Their rotations have been looking really good. They've been hitting the shots pretty consistently. They've been hitting them very easily. A good pass here from Jaso. It looks like we're switching sides here, but it's going to be Calm clearing it out. And now 3 seconds left to go. The ball gets put down to the ground. Will it hit it, though? Goes across, staying alive. We're playing the first rule of Rocket League here with 0 seconds on the clock.
Absolutely beautiful. And there it goes. RK Yaddas. Gumby puts it down on the ground. That will be the series. RK Yaddas 3-0 sweep over the top of SLiCK Gaming.
What a game indeed. And so give me 1 second to save the replay. That way I don't forget to do that. 13 shots to what, maybe 3 for SLiCK Gaming. That was a big struggle there on offense. Goose is loose, surprisingly silent on the scoreboard, as he had 0 shots for the RK Yaddas side. 6 for Gumby, 7 for Bunny Sensei. But they won that one. And as X-Ray said, only 1 goal from SLiCK Gaming that entire game. They came in game number 1. That was it. Then they were silent the rest of the match.
That's a really good point. They really did only have 1 goal in the entire series. RK Yaddas were just a little too strong. I mean, when it comes down to it, you can be a championship caliber team, but there's always going to be somebody better than you. Even RLCS, even the pros. I've always, if you ever watch, guys, if you ever watch any pro players go and stream, one of my favorite pro players, his name is Calm. I love watching his streams. He doesn't stream as often as I wish he would, but he's a fantastic content creator in general. I go and watch him play with his, gentleman who used to play with on the RLRS series. He was on a team called, what was it? Something Monkeys. But regardless, they would go in, and I was like, man, these 3 guys are idols, man. It was him, Stokely, and sometimes they bring in J-Bot, even though J-Bot didn't play on the team. But it was just insane to watch those guys go into ranked and then get clapped by people I have never seen before while they were try-hard sweating. Man, it's just unbelievable.
All right, so let's take a quick look here at the bracket while we have a moment, because we have a few minutes left before the next match. So let's